What's up, world? It's your boy, Coach EV, your guy, EV the Geeker, and welcome to another edition of Talking Hoops in the Sip, the Girls Edition. That's Talking Hoops in the Sip, the Girls Edition. And man, I am excited about tonight's show. Before I get into it, let me welcome our co-hosts and my guys who are always with me every week. Cordarius Jones from the DC Bucks. What up, Cordarius?
What's up, Coach? How you doing?
Yeah, you know you gotta unmute your thing. Doing this for a while, but it's okay. Cool. That's a turnover. It didn't cost us the game. And then we have the easy one from Mississippi Play Sports, Mississippi Bobcats, Mississippi everything. Eddie Young. What up, easy one?
What's going on, man? Ready for another good show, baby. Let's get it on and popping.
GOG. I mean, let's get it on. Ready for a good show. Let's get it popping. Man, how you sound? That's what the kids say. That was lame. But anyway, so let me welcome just three guests I'm excited about. We're going to start with the 6'1" Jackson State signing, forward, block shots, energy, young lady. Please welcome to the show, Kennedy Ransom.
Hi, thanks for having me.
All right, thanks for having me. Okay, there's Kennedy. And next we have, this is the first time I seen her play. Happened to see Kennedy play in the summer. Got a chance to see this young lady play the other day. Really impressed with her. Happened to know her brothers. Please welcome to the show, a star in her own right, another Jackson State signee, Aaliyah Mosley. How you doing, Miss Mosley?
Hey, I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Okay. And then finally, we have a Jackson State Hall of Famer, mother of two, coach of the year from Madison Central. Please welcome Miss Tamika Brown.
Hey, thanks for having us on the show. We're excited about being here tonight.
Oh boy, you guys are so, we're just all such geeks. Hey, thanks for having me on the show. We're excited about being here. And I tell you guys what our moniker, GOG. GOG simply means get out of the geek. Y'all are geeking early. Hey, thanks, and then now you're probably thinking, what is wrong with this guy? Well, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm just excited. And I'm excited to have you guys. And I just want to tell you guys GOG. But before I get going into the show, we want to just thank one of our sponsors, the Eros Hydroxyl Blaster. I need you guys to say that with me. Eros. Say Eros.
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 Okay, try it again. Let's all say it together again. Eddie, why aren't you saying it? What are you doing, man? Can you pay attention? Can you do what we tell you to do here? Eros.
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 Thanks, Eddie. The Eros Hydroxyl Blaster is the first air purifier scientifically proven to reduce COVID-19 on surfaces. So we know we got everything going on with COVID-19. Man, if you need your house sanitized, if you need your gym sanitized, the hospital sanitized, your church, you need to get the Eros Hydroxyl Blaster. For more information, please call my guy Jason at 601-454-8678. That's 601-454-8678. Well, we got that out of the way, and I want all of you guys that are listening right now, and I rarely do this, and I keep forgetting, and Eddie, he's supposed to remind me of stuff to make things better, but Eddie sometimes just thinks about, he ain't thinking about me like that, so he ain't gonna remind me of stuff. So I need you guys that are watching right now to hit the subscribe button just real quick. It's like, bing, if you got a finger, just subscribe and then hit the notifications, as we come on here Wednesdays and Sundays and different things. And we'll be having different entertaining talk shows and stuff like that. But let's get right into it. Let me get my phone acting right to begin to ask some questions. And we're going to start with the young ladies. Let me see what question I want to ask, because all of us have these questions, and it's not a test. So you're not going to have, there's no right or wrong answer. We're not going to be laughing at you, not at least to your face. And so we may laugh at you later, but these won't be hard. No, for real. Let's start with you, Kennedy. Talk to me a little bit about it, and then you can answer this as well, Liam. Who has been your biggest basketball inspiration? Like who's, basketball wise, your biggest inspiration basketball wise? Who has the person that you've kind of looked up to from a basketball standpoint?
Victoria Vivens and Asia Wilson.
Victoria Vivens and Asia Wilson. Okay, why those two? Talk to me about why those two.
Because they can do it all.
Okay, and is that something you want to be able to do it all?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Ms. Mosley, who are your two biggest basketball inspirations?
I have to say Kennedy Carter. I don't or Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving. Okay, you like Kyrie, huh?
Yes, sir.
Can you finish like Kyrie?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So is there, you sure? You got that thing on the string like Kyrie?
Huh?
You got that thing on the string like Kyrie?
I don't know about it yet.
But you're getting there, Kyrie. Now, Kennedy Carter, who does she play with?
She played with Texas A&M last year. She's in the WNBA now.
Okay, cool. I think I'd heard that name, but y'all got to, familiarize myself. I'm still a little, I don't have a problem. Unlike Eddie, just want to let y'all know about me. When I don't know something, I'll let you know, hey, I don't know. I may not know much. Now, Eddie, on the other hand, is going to, he's going to act like he knows and he really is not going to know. And you'll probably know that me and Eddie going to be like doing this all the show. Coach, let me ask you this. You were a basketball player, obviously, as well. Who was your biggest inspiration back when you played?
Look, I'm about to date myself with this answer. And don't laugh and don't get out on me.
Okay.
But, I have to say Larry Bird. Like Larry Bird is my guy. Like he's the one I first started watching basketball, Celtics, Lakers, all those matchups, and he just made me want to play basketball.
Well, you know what, Coach? I got a newfound respect for you.
Okay.
Larry Bird is one of my favorite players. He's not number one, but he is number two. Number one is Magic Johnson. And Larry Bird is number two. I mean, you just won so many brownie points with me. No wonder you guys are 7-0. Your coach like Larry Bird. See, Eddie don't even know who Larry Bird is.
Let me tell you something. I knew he was going there, Coach Brown. And let me just tell you a stat that Larry Bird got, because I love Larry the Legend. Larry Bird is the only player in the NBA to average 25 points a game or more for his career, over 10 rebounds a game, and over 5 assists a game. The only player in the NBA to do that. And I know a lot of people go say 25, 10, and 5. It's a lot of people that's done that. There's a lot of people that's at 9.7, 9.8, but Larry the Legend is the only player to average over 25 points a game, 10 rebounds a game, not 9.6 like you like to round stuff up, and 5 assists. So ain't no doubt he's one of the greatest players, top 5 of all time, in my opinion. Had it not been for his back spasms and his career was cut short, only playing 9 or 10 years, ain't no doubt if he plays 15, 20 years like a lot of people thought he would, he definitely is probably top 2 or 3, but great. That's a great person to admire, Coach Brown. Great player.
That's awesome, man. That just shows. Eddie, go ahead and you can go ahead and begin and just we'll follow your lead and ask the girls some questions, and then we'll jump back in here.
Okay. All right. So I'll start with you, Aaliyah Mosley. How you doing, my girl?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good. You nervous? I know you've been knowing me
A
for a
little
while. You may not know Corderis. He's a good guy, but this other clown host that we got is, you got a purple shirt on tonight too. Don't let him. I'm gonna take care of him. You just do I got him covered, baby. So don't you worry about him. But listen,
Yes,
obviously saw your brother. Congrats to Shaq. I actually saw him yesterday at the gym, and he's a tremendous basketball player. Him and Sean, as Evie alluded to. In terms of you guys being a basketball family, Is there anything insight that maybe they've given you, or any basketball expertise that you've had while following them? I know they've done tremendous in March Madness and represented Mississippi well. So I'm surprised you didn't mention your brothers as inspirations, but can you kind of elaborate on your relationship with them?
I have a very strong relationship with my brothers. They've always made sure I knew, the game of basketball from being young and stuff. I always just followed them around, and they always kept me on their wings and showed me how to do stuff. And so, yeah.
Okay. Who's better, Sean or Shaq?
I would probably have to say Sean, but
I thought Sean might have been a little bit better than Shaq too. Go ahead, Coach Evie. You look like you want to say something.
You said Sean?
Yes.
Oh, y'all got the little. I mean, I'm kind of shocked at that. I mean, talk to me. Tell me a little bit about that. Enlighten me.
Sean's more shifty, and Shaq, because of his height, of course he's gonna get more, recognition. But Sean's better.
Oh, I love how you said that so definitively. Now, Sean is closer to your age than Shaq, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. I see what's going on here. All right, y'all just closer. That's why. Okay, that's all right. Shaq, man, because that's the Buchanan. So he ain't tripping about that. That's cool. Go ahead, Eddie, with Kennedy.
Hey, Kennedy, what's up, my baby? How you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing good.
Hold on.
Here we go.
I'm sorry, Kennedy. I can't take it anymore, though. You're going to have to cut out with all this. Hey, Aaliyah, my baby. Hey, Kennedy, my baby. Can you just call her their name? Man, I'm not going to, listen, I'm going to say it for y'all. Dog, we ain't doing that. We make it. That ain't your baby. Go on.
Hey, look, Kennedy, Coach Brown, and Aaliyah, I let him have his way for the first 20, 30 minutes of this show if y'all watch. But watch how I pour it on the second half. I'm a second half type of player, y'all. So look, Kennedy, listen, you're number one in my rankings. You've been number one in the rankings for the past couple of years. I know Coach Brown does a tremendous job of promoting y'all. She's one of the, I don't want to say few high school coaches that does it, but I'll say she does it as good as any coach. There are a lot of good high school coaches that promote their kids, but she has always been really good about putting your stats out there, all your double doubles you had last year. You had a bunch of them last year. But obviously being a top player, a lot of people know about you because you're a two-time Dandy Dozen. So being on a lot of people's scouting report and things like that, can you talk to us a little bit about how you how does it feel when going into games that teams are going in to stop you, and how do you combat that?
Well, I guess you could say it feels good to have that, on that target on you going into games, knowing that people coming after you. But I mean, it does open up your teammates, knowing that people are going to close in on you, and you could just kick it out to your teammates, and they could just knock down shots, and then it eventually opens up the inside, So you could just work.
Yeah, working inside out. That's something that EV don't know anything about. And I threw you a curveball because the real question is, who's your toughest opponent you've played against? And now you're a senior, so you've been playing high school for 4 years because Coach Brown played you as a freshman. So who's your toughest opponent? And don't pay attention to the clown in the back.
Like, since I've been in the 9th grade?
Just overall, yeah. Who would you consider the toughest opponent that you've played with? I'm talking about player wise. Who would you consider that really, really made you step your game up to another level? Somebody who really, really got in you pretty good, and you left the game and maybe even had a better game than you. It can be a post player or wing or guard. Now, come on, Ken, don't say you just done killed everybody now, because I know you had some people that kind of push it to you a little bit.
I'm kind of waiting on this myself, Kennedy. Coach Brown, you think you could help her out?
I don't know. You got me scratching my head on it too.
Yeah, because I'm confused. I really can't think of nobody, honestly.
Y'all played Germantown, right? Alana Rouser. Now, my baby Alana's played you in AAU. I mean, I know y'all kind of battle now. Alana, go for you, Kennedy. You know, she's told me, and the parents and dad have told me, look, when we play Kennedy, we want to, you know, because you guys got a lot of similarities. You know, y'all style of play, y'all both athletic, y'all run the floor pretty well. So I know you've played her in the summer a little bit, and you know, played against. I know she's a little sister, but tell me about that matchup at least, if you can't think of one. I know the Germantown girls came at you a little bit, right?
Yes, but Coach Young, I'm not gonna do that on this live. I'm not gonna get on this live and act like she gave me a struggle because she did it.
Okay.
It was,
Kennedy, you just made EV Day. He loves stuff like you just.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not gonna be fake on here like she gave me competition because it wasn't like that. No.
Coach Brown is like, Coach Brown, I see you over there like, Lord have mercy, Eddie, get out.
I got me sweating over here.
Yeah.
Hey,
don't get me wrong. Yes, Alana can play. She's good for her age, yes. But like it wasn't to where like I would say it was a struggle, you know.
I got you.
I love this because here's and I was saying this to Coach Brown earlier, and even on a serious note to those watching, I think it's like we have to. I think sports is the greatest parallel to life. Competition is healthy. You should have the mindset. Your mind should be that of a killer in the sense, and I know that sounds bad in a killer. I'm talking about on the court. You should be and a better word is a dominator. Your mindset should be. Especially if it didn't happen, Kennedy, I'm with you that, man, I mean, she cool, but she ain't bring no fear in me, you know, like that. And so if you haven't experienced that, you can only go with, you know, what you felt. Now, from a coach's standpoint, I know what Coach Brown is thinking over there because I've sat in that seat for 28 years. I'm a little different. I like that type of stuff. I love the little, yeah, I'm with you. I like that, but I know how coaches like, boy. So I'm gonna shift us out of there. I'm gonna like change the direction because you got me excited. And I don't want to go all the way there because I can just start doing something. But I'm gonna shift it myself. Tell me, the three of you, tell me this, and Coach, you, Ms. Mosley, then you can go to Kennedy, and then Coach Brown. Talk to us about COVID-19. Let's try to go back to when it happened back in March, when it stopped everything, and how it has affected you, good, bad, or ugly, throughout this whole process to right now. So COVID-19, Ms. Mosley, and then you.
Well, I was still coming back off my injury, so it was hard for me to go to therapy and stuff. I had to do a lot of stuff at home, so you know it kind of messed up a lot. It kind of slowed down my process coming back also, but I still got it done. You know, I was able to come back in a good time.
Speaking of that, just since you mentioned your injury, I watched you play the other day, and what percent, if you had to give yourself a percentage, where do you feel you are in your like coming back wise? Like, are you at 80%, 70%, 100%? What do you think you are right now?
I'll give it a good 70, 75, something like that.
Okay. Do you feel, because I've never had an ACL injury, and that's what you had, correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you feel any of it is more mental than physical? Like, do you feel like you are, like you're is more mental than physical? Like, do you feel like you just kind of thinking about it, but in reality, it's not there? What's your thoughts on that?
Yes, sir. Of course, like it's more mental. It's like when I play, I know I favor my knee a lot, but I shouldn't because it doesn't hurt or anything. I've been favoring it, so I just have to get stronger with that.
Yeah, okay. Because I saw that the other day and I was like, man, she's still, I mean, it is what it is. It's what you see, but you still, I can see beyond it and say, I was like, man, I see why Jackson State signed you because you have really good skill. You got a feel for the game. The game comes kind of easy to you. Um, and so I was real impressed with that, even though I know once you get all the way back, that you're gonna do some special things.
Yes, sir.
Kennedy, talk to me about COVID-19, back when it started and where we are right now.
Well, I mean, when it started, well, back when it started, it shut down some things, but was I still? I think I was still playing AAU when it started.
Mm.
Yeah, when it started, I was still playing AAU when it started.
Mhm.
I think I was. I don't remember. Yes, I think I was still playing AAU when it started, and I mean everything was still normal, but now I mean it's like made some things like not normal, like not being able to have parents at some games, like this, and and having a limit on how many people can come to the games, and then having to like shut down when other teams, have outbreaks and all of that. So
have have you, like, is it kind of, so what you're saying, is it kind of frustrating? Basically, it's like not the uncertainty of things.
yes, just having to play every game like it's your last game, not knowing if it's
If this truly is your last game.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Coach Brown, talk to us from a head coaching standpoint and preparation stage on how you've had to adjust as a coach, off season workouts, different things like that, and strategically how you've been able to keep your team together through this time.
Well, we've had to make so many just different adjustments. As like I had plans to lift weights from, when we started training up through the month of December. But because of, outbreaks at the school, we had a couple outbreaks on our team. I even got it and had to miss a game. We had to quit lifting weights just to reduce the number of people in one space for a certain amount of time. We have to make adjustments as far as how we send the girls to the locker rooms. How much time we're kind of spending in the gym, spacing the kids out. How we travel to games. Now we do seating charts on the bus. So if we do have an outbreak, we know where we can, where to start with contact tracing. Just small adjustments. But the thing is, we just have to be flexible and be grateful that we even have an opportunity to play. So, and that's just what I tell my kids: be grateful that we even get to play the game that we love, because at any given moment it can be taken away from us. So just appreciate being with each other and appreciate doing the things that we love to do. um our team, just like everybody else, we've been affected. Right before we played Callaway, we had come off a 2-week shutdown. We had 2 practices before we played the Callaway game. So conditions not where it's supposed to be. We hadn't been working out. We just had it, so it shifts my focus on what are my priorities as far as preparing for a game. So and just from a coaching standpoint, and that's what I told my assistant coaches, now we have to really focus harder and be better at managing the game. That means we're using our timeouts more. We're rotating through our bench a little bit deeper than we typically do. So we just have to really work at managing the game until we can get our conditioning where it should be, and just get back in the gym and get in the routine of being consistent and really working to to get better and make progress and be where we need to be as a team.
You said, if I heard you correctly, you said that you actually had COVID-19. Is
I
that
did.
correct?
I did. I was diagnosed on November 29th.
Talk to us a little bit, if you don't mind. How, I've heard different things. I've had uh, you hear different stories about the disease. And, talk to us. Compare it to the flu, I guess I would say. Like, for your own perspective, or talk to us how it affected you.
Well, when I got it, my husband and my son also had it at the same time. So the three of us had it at one time. My oldest son, he didn't get it because he had it in September, so they felt like he still had the antibodies. And it affected each of us differently, even though we were in the same household, probably, got it from the same person or whatever. Like for me, it was more like the flu. I had body aches, chills, a low grade fever. My husband had every symptom they've talked about on TV except for the fever. Body aches, he had the cough, he lost his taste and smell. He had every symptom. My son only lost his smell. No cough, no fever, no chills, anything. So it's crazy how we're all in the same household and it affected each of us different.
Wow. That's incredible. It is. It's definitely a sensitive time that we're dealing with all of it, and it's the most important thing is, it's just so uncertain. That's the thing. Where do you get it from? It just appears and says, poof, oh, I got it. I'm gonna give it to you, type thing. And it's like because you go around people and and I know I was talking to somebody and they were saying, yeah, when you go to Walmart around all those people, you're not stuck there the whole time. So it's different than staying at church and different things like that. But it's just still, you just don't know where this thing is coming from. Let me jump in and I'm gonna get Corey here on this. You guys right now 7-0, is that correct?
That's correct.
And I just want to let you know, when I saw you guys the other day, I immediately, Eddie does team rankings that I don't even know why he does them, but he does them because he just sometimes he misses on who should be in the rankings, but that's another story. I want everybody out there to know, as soon as I get more acclimated to this thing, I'll start doing team rankings so you won't have to listen to Eddie, Mississippi Play Sports all the time. We don't want to just cut them out completely because Eddie's my guy and, he's a voice and we respect Eddie, but, he just sometimes misses teams. But I don't think he missed you guys, unfortunately. And you guys, in my opinion, are a state championship contender. I mean, as far as what I saw the other night, I was super impressed. I was impressed not only with your starting five, but I was impressed with your bench as well. You got some good young players and probably one of the most impressive players on your team whom I just absolutely fell in love with. And when I was announcing the game, they just had her Jay Rush. Jay Rush is a dog. She's a goon. Yeah. I mean, I say all these things in a nice way, But Corey, you saw them play against DeSoto Central earlier. Do you have anything that you want to ask? Talk about that a little bit. The teams up north, basically, Corey is our, up north guy, along with, everybody. He does a little bit of everything with the AAU and stuff, but he sees all those teams up north. Corey, talk about that DeSoto Central game that you saw, and any question you want to ask.
I just wanted to ask, I seen the DeSoto Central game. Did y'all have a particular game plan for this player? We call her Janiyah Jones. We call her JJ. She can shoot it from anywhere on the court. Or did she kind of catch y'all by surprise? I seen she went out with an injury, and y'all kind of took advantage of them at that point of the game. So did y'all have a game plan for, or did y'all having a scout report? It was just something that y'all just playing straight up with?
Well, with it being our first game of the season, we didn't have film on it. So my scouting report said, they had a kid that can shoot it. It didn't say they had a kid that can shoot it because she could shoot. She took us by surprise a little bit. So we had to make adjustments on the fly. Because she can go. I was impressed with that kid. And this is what I always tell my team, and of course we look at film, we do scouting reports, that type of stuff, but it's not about the other team. It's about us. As long as we're doing the things that we're supposed to do, I feel like we can beat anybody in the state. But of course we're gonna do our job and look at film and talk to other coaches and that type of stuff. Everybody told me they had a kid that can shoot, they had a kid that can play inside, but they didn't tell me how well, she could shoot it.
Yeah, I seen she had lit it up for a moment. She was having a good game, and y'all, I think I went boxing. Maybe face guarded or something like that.
We went to a boxing one late in the game.
Okay, though I wanted to ask that question.
Hey, Leah, what did you think about Janiyah Jones? Or you and Kennedy? Do y'all echo the same sentiments of your coach, or you echo the sentiments of Kennedy and be like, oh, she's all right?
We echo the same thing. I mean, yeah, she was a great player, but we weren't really worried about what they had. We was more worried about us.
Okay. Kennedy.
Yes, what Coach Brown said, because I don't really remember her. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm not gonna even act like I do. I don't remember the girl.
That's tough.
Oh man, you don't understand how excited I am to get to find. You know, I have seen you and we've never really talked, but man, I have my respect for you have just shot way up here today. I really did. Hey, can I ask you this question, Kennedy? And I was thinking to myself, this wasn't on my notes, and you don't know this, but I was thinking how, and I hope, but I'm gonna ask you anyway because it was public anyway. Talk to me a little bit about, you seen the movie Love and Basketball, right?
Yes, that's my favorite movie, actually.
Favorite movie? Okay. Do we still have the Love Basketball going on with you?
Wait, what do you mean? Yes. What do you mean?
So we done forgot about that too. It's your, so wait a minute, Kennedy. You don't know. So we done forgot about Jalen? I'm just asking.
You about to get in trouble now, Coach.
Yeah.
No, wait, I'm thinking.
Coach Brown, I gave her, hold on. Coach, I gave her a layup, didn't I? Wasn't that
and she coach.
I dumped that thing off to her. I set it up with, am I right, Aaliyah? I set it up with Love and Basketball. And now you like, what do you mean?
Man, she messed your system, Coach.
Okay, Kennedy, go ahead. I'll let you, we'll give it to you again. Talk to me a little bit about, Jalen and Kennedy a little bit, two basketball stars from the same school, if you don't mind just giving us a sneak peek.
Two basketball stars at the same school. That's what you said?
Right. Y'all were two basketball stars, right? Jalen was a star too, right?
Of course.
Oh, okay. Figure out something.
I mean, like, what do I say about it?
Well, like, was there I guess, Jalen's a big time athlete. I thought, how has it been? Because I guess I'll break it down a little further. He's away now at Northwest, or was it Northeast? Northeast. That was a trick question there. I just wanted to see if you was going to get that. I had to throw that in on you. He's at Northeast. So how has it been with the time away from school, you being a senior in high school and him being a freshman in college?
Oh, it's been fine. We have FaceTime. We keep in touch. And he was coming home every weekend. So, and because their season hadn't started yet.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's right. They don't start to January. Okay. Love Basketball, your favorite movie. Good job. We know that about Kennedy Ransom now. Aaliyah, what's your favorite basketball movie? Does it Love Basketball too, or we'll get you
It's Love and Basketball, yes.
Okay. And what was the lady's name? Sanaya Latham? Is that the one that was the one that it was the actress Sanaya?
That was her.
Yeah, I think that was the one. Like, to me, that was her coming out party. A lot of people, I didn't know.
Man, hey, let's get back to the regular show, man. We don't have time to talk about Sanaya Latham and movies. This is a basketball show. We ain't got time for all of that, man. Let's get back to basketball.
See, you see what I had to deal with, Coach Brown? The name of the movie is Love and Basketball. And he's talking about, Kenny just said it was her favorite show. Aaliyah just said it was her. Coach Brown. See, like, what's wrong with you, dude? It's Love and Basketball. Cordarius, what's wrong with it, Cordarius?
Cordarius, next he'll be talking about that Avenger stuff and all these superheroes.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah.
Hey, real quick, talk to us about, Eddie, you want to ask this next question about their recruitment?
Yeah, I do. But I had a question for Coach Brown before that, if you would. Hey, Coach, as Evie alluded to, you guys have a really good core group. I know that they've been with you for a while. I love Jemiah, the Cotton. I won't elaborate on a lot of the kids. I want to give you an opportunity to talk about a few of them. But that core that you have that's been with you for the past couple of years, can you talk about their chemistry and kind of what's the key to you guys' chemistry and y'all success so far?
One thing I say about that is last year, my coaches and I, we poured a lot into building relationships, and team chemistry, team bonding. That was really our focus last year. And it's really kind of carrying over into this season. The kids, I think, genuinely like being around each other, and they genuinely love each other and enjoy, being in the gym together. So that's one thing that helps. Kennedy, Aaliyah, and Jemiah, they're really good friends off the court. They hang out a lot of times off the court, so that helps their chemistry. And then once you throw like Jacelyn and Catherine in the mix, they've just been together so long. And because Catherine, Aaliyah, and Kennedy, they've been with me since their freshman year. And then Jemiah, Jason, I moved them up at the end of their freshman year. So they've just been together for a while. And then just trying to make them closer, build relationships. I think that helped us to be where we are now.
Okay, good deal. Cord, you want to jump in? Let's let Cordarius jump in on a couple of things. I know we've been kind of talking a lot. Cord, you got anything?
I just want to mention we got we got these D1 signees on here. We got the superstar Kennedy Ransom. I want to say since Eddie Bronco Rouser, is anybody in your particular class that ever you've been like, oh, they just give me a tough matchup, and why is this girl on me? How do I get her off? Because I mean, I was a player in high school. I averaged 25 points a game. It was particular players that just I felt like I didn't want to see them in certain games. I might not let them know that. But I kind of know how you're going to answer, but you think you can answer that question? Because there's always somebody that you just like a bug.
I'm going to try to help her out a little bit. One thing I will say to kind of answer that question is, I know it's always teams that I'm like, I know it's it's gonna be a long night tonight, or I know they're gonna bang with us in the post, or and one team I'll say Clinton, they're always a good challenge for us. Brandon always going down to the wire, somebody's hitting a shot late in the end or making a run towards the end. Who else? Now, and I have to get Germantown. I like the Rouser kid, and I think she did a good job when we played them the second game. I'm like Ken, I don't recall the first game a whole lot, but the second game, I think she did a good job. She showed up, she played hard, but she was a challenge for it. And then once you throw in Madison Booker, and last year they had the Span kid that was the guard, they were a tough team for us. So I think from a team perspective, there are a bunch of teams that challenges and pushes, and it makes us really have to step and elevate our game. And from an individual player standpoint, I'm sure Ken can think of somebody that
from a player, individual player, I can't really think of anybody. But from a team, from being like doubled and stuff, a lot of teams that do that, they give me like a little struggle, because a lot of people do that.
And I'll go out there and say Northwest Rankin a couple years ago with Taylor Dupree. I think she was a tough challenge because they're Kennedy and Taylor are so similar in the way that they play and are in that build and that type of stuff. I'll go out there, and say she was a challenge in a tough matchup. But the thing about those tough matchups is, especially, when you're a pretty good player, it makes you elevate your game. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for teams and players that's going to challenge us and make us work hard and make adjustments and that type of stuff. So, it's fun playing those games.
I used to hate seeing some players come, but I wouldn't let them know that.
Exactly.
But who piggybacking off that, who has been y'all hardest opponent this year? Since y'all undefeated, but who gave y'all that look? We got to come on with it. Let's bite down and get this win. Who was that opponent?
Definitely DeSoto Central. The
Okay.
first game of the season. Because we didn't know a lot about them, and they're a good team. They're a really good team, and they played us tough and aggressive, and it's what we needed. And then after that, I would say the Vicksburg game that we played a couple of days ago. We were trailing at half of that game. They were creating turnovers and we couldn't make layups, couldn't make free throws. They were scoring hidden threes, that type of stuff. And they really made us have to lock in mentally, play defense, concentrate on the things that we were supposed to be doing in the first half that we didn't do. So, and they always play us tough. I like the coaching staff over there. They do a great job, preparing their kids. And when you play Vicksburg, they're going to be scrappy. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to be fundamental. And you're going to have to play. So, I like teams that push us and challenge us to make us have to do the things that we're supposed to do really, really well.
Let me ask you guys this. Let me jump in and ask you this. As far as both of you guys are going to Jackson State, obviously Jackson State has picked up a phenomenal class this year. All, just a top 20, probably as far as arguably the best class in the SWAC, and when as far as mid-majors go, a top 20 class nationally with all the kids here from Mississippi. Talk to me, how did the process go down and what made Jackson State stand out for each of you? We'll start with you, Ms. Mosley. Why Jackson State?
I chose Jackson State because they've always been, good to me. They've been recruiting me since I was like 10th grade. So, and I wanted to go to HBCU. So I just, aimed towards Jackson State. And it's more like a family environment over there. It's not just about basketball, but they also take you in before you even come. So that's why I chose Jackson State.
That's awesome. Tell me your GPA. Just throw that out there.
3.07.
Oh, what is?
3.07.
Okay. All right. Going to Jack. What you gonna major in?
Hey, Aaliyah, you gotta talk up a little loud because he's got his hearing aid in tonight. The left side, we're gonna try to get him one order from Walgreens. So if you could cut your volume up on your phone just a little bit, boo, so he can hear. I forgot to mention that to y'all, Kennedy and Coach Brown. My guy, he's got hearing aids. So go ahead. Back to our regular schedule programming.
I ain't got no hearing aid. My ear, I can hear great. I just want to let you know that. But go ahead.
I'm majoring in healthcare administration.
Okay, so when you grow up, what do you want to be? Where do you want to take that to?
I really want to be a physical therapist, but for right now, that's just what I'm majoring in.
Okay, cool.
So,
Kennedy, why Jackson State?
Well, I chose Jackson State because it's like a home away from home, and that's where I wanted to be. And they just made me feel very like welcome, and it's a great coaching staff. And I feel like I already knew the coaching staff, being that like Coach Shonda was on one of my AAU coaches,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay, that's awesome, Jack. Did it help? Did it help that Aaliyah was going there too? Like two teammates or whatever. Did that kind of have any? Or did y'all kind of commit at different times or the same time?
We committed at different times.
Okay.
Hey, shout out to LaShonda Cousins, the great LaShonda Cousins, and Coach Ward and Coach Reed and that whole entire staff at Jackson State. Shout out to Jackson State, who, like Evie said, has put together a remarkable recruiting class, even getting a top ESPN top 75 kid as well. So you guys are going to do really good things at the next level, ain't no doubt. Hey, Kennedy, let's talk about, is there one thing in your game that maybe you think that you can improve on, or a couple of things that you like to see you get better at before you get to the next level?
Yes, my ball handling and outside shot.
Okay. What about you, Aaliyah? Any EV that you want to say something about that?
No, I was gonna say, what do they project playing you at Jackson State? What have they told you? Are they gonna play you at like a 5 or a face up 4? What do you see yourself at the next at Jackson State?
They told me they were gonna play me at the 4.
Okay.
I would probably say my left hand, like just finishing my left hand.
Okay.
Gotcha. I got you. Hey, Aaliyah, let's talk about Coach Brown. How is Coach Brown as a coach? I know from what I know by Coach, she seemed to be very mild mannered. I would say she's a coach's coach, a player's coach, I should say, to me, just from the onset. But I'm not in the locker room, or I'm not in those practices. Let's talk about Coach Brown a little bit. How has it been playing for her for the past several years?
It's been amazing. Like, she's not like a crazy coach. She's very calm and, collective, but she knows how to get things through to us without having to yell or, do anything like this. So I've had a lot of fun playing for her.
Hold on, I'm reading a message. I don't know if it says, hey, Aaliyah and Kennedy, when Coach Young or Evie or Cordarius ask y'all questions tonight, make sure y'all make me look good and y'all won't have to run sprints the rest of y'all senior year. I think Coach Brown might have put, no, I'm just kidding, Coach.
You weren't supposed to tell that I sent you that.
Hey, Kennedy Ransom, let's talk about the great Coach Brown and how much of a pleasure it's been. And I don't know, I know for me, I've had, I'm a tough coach, and the players that's played for me, unlike EV, I have a love-hate relationship with a lot of players. So there's been some heated times, but I love them up too. So tell me about your relationship with Coach Brown, and how has it been playing for her at Madison Central the last couple of years, or last 4 years, actually?
Okay, well, it's been great playing for Coach Brown the last 4 years. Everybody know me and Coach Brown close, very close. So it's been great. It's been great. I can't complain. She's a very good coach, and like Aaliyah said, she's very calm, but she can get a little,
Slow down there, Ken. Hold up.
she can get a little, if she has to, but it's not, it's what we need. So yeah.
How do you think you'll how do you guys think you'll, and I don't know if this is the case. Well, I know I've seen, Coach Reed coach a little bit. How do you feel at the next level, if, the transition, if there's a little bit more, like get in your face type, are you going to be able to handle that? You think like more of a get in your face type of, style? And I'm not saying that Coach Reed is that, but I know she's going to be, college is not just her. All college is going to be a lot more demanding. And so people's jobs are really on the line. And so how would you take if somebody is getting your face more so than what you had in the past? How, are you prepared for that?
I think I'm prepared because in AAU, I kind of adjusted to how, I'm able to like adjust because the way Coach Wilson coached, and then the way Coach Wilson coached, and then the way Coach Brown coached is just like, two differences. So I think I'll be able to adjust to the way Coach Reed coached. Yeah.
What about you, Leah?
Like she said, just Coach Wilson, he was tough, and like he was the type to get in your face and yell and everything. So I feel like we'll be fine, adjusting. So yeah.
Hey, Aaliyah, can I tell a story about Coach Wilson? And you probably don't know this. Kennedy probably won't remember the game. Evie, I got 30 seconds to tell a story. We can't.
I know. You have as much time, Eddie, to tell any story that you would like. Go ahead, my friend.
Hey, Coach Brown, you can relate to this. One thing I like about Aaliyah is the type of kid that scores in bunches. So when you go to watch Aaliyah Mosley play, Aaliyah may get you, you know, before her injury, Aaliyah was getting 25, 26 points a game some nights, but she would score in bunches. So her, you know, she'd go a 4 or 5 minute span and may not score, then she'll score the next 9 points. And then she'll go 4 or 5 minutes without scoring and maybe not even scoring the second quarter, and then go on an 11-0 run by herself. So we in Indianapolis, and y'all know how Coach Wilson, since y'all just brought up your guy, Coach Wilson. So we're in the game. And before the game, I was like, Coach, you got to get Aaliyah some more minutes. You got to get her going early and stuff like that. So he's like, you know, I talk Kenny, I'm gonna get Aaliyah in there. I'm gonna get Aaliyah going early. I'm gonna get Aaliyah going early. So I had checked her in. I was like, go get Leah, get in. So I told Shauna Cousins to put her in. So Leah runs in there. All right. And he had told me before the game, he said, man, Leah's doing good, Coach. But soon as Leah get in the game, she take the first 2 or 3 shots. And Coach Young, if she do that tonight, I'm gonna take her out of that game. So as soon as she got in the game, they swing the ball a little bit, do a little dribble, live your night. She swing it over there to Leah, and look, Kenny, you already know. Soon as Leah get it, she shoots it. Leah shoots an air ball 4 feet over the rim. So he looks down the sideline at me. Coach Wilson looked down the sideline at me. About the 2 trips down, Leah get the ball, go down, shoot a floater, she missed, come back down, shoot another shot, because y'all know Leah's a high volume shooter. Well, Leah takes about 3 shots out of the first 4 possessions. So Wilson looked down the sideline. Anybody, get out the game. Get out the game. Sean, get out the game. So they sent somebody. I can't remember Ariana Hunter, somebody at the scores table finna get Leah out the game. By the time, normally you got to get a stop ball to get the substitution. By the time they got the stop ball, Leah done stole, ripped the girl, went laid it up. She hit a 3, got fouled, so she's sitting at the free throw line, and they finna get ready to sub her. I think it was Ariana or Zakiri or something. So Sean to say, "Hey, who coming out the game?" And he looked down the sideline. Leah had to score about 7 points in a row, and say he got to. She had a shooter. Like, nah, she ain't coming out the game now. So, Coach, talk about a player like a Leah Mosley who. My grandma say sometimes can be like old cow, give you a good bucket of milk and kick it over. But before, you got to live with her, live with her shot selection sometimes, because she's such a great scorer. Okay, have you had any moments like that, Coach?
Yeah, look, every game we play, like Aaliyah gonna shoot the first shot. As soon as you touch her hand, you can expect a 3 going towards that rim. But like you said, she's a high volume scorer, and when she's hot, she's hot. And the thing with her, was working with shot selection, when to shoot certain shots and that type of stuff. But the one thing I admire about Aaliyah, she never loses her confidence. She can shoot an air ball, she can miss a 3, she can, miss a layup, but she never loses her confidence. And that's one thing I love about her. And like because even in the Vicksburg game, yesterday, I think it was yesterday, we were down about 7 or so with about a minute and a half before halftime. We closed the half down 1, and Aaliyah had scored probably, 5 or 6 of those points, and just in a row of steals, playing and picking up her defense, made a 3. So I love it. I love it. And they know when they play for me, they have the freedom to play. I don't restrict them a whole lot, as long as they're playing within the context of the game. So, I don't, Aaliyah, she knows she has a green light to shoot it. And, as long as it's within the context of the game on the floor, she's not just forcing shots.
Aaliyah definitely can get them shots up, that's for sure. But Cord, you got anything for Coach Brown or Kennedy or Aaliyah?
Oh, what y'all think y'all have to do as a team, Coach? I'm sorry, Coach. What do y'all think y'all have to do as a team to make sure y'all certified, get down that road to the state championship?
I think we have to work on being consistent, being a little bit more aggressive. We need to tighten our defense up a little bit, and work on just a few more small fundamental things, and just making sure that we're bringing the energy that we should have day in and day out, and we're just working hard. I think with the team that we have this year, I think we can compete with anybody. It's just on us to limit the mistakes that we make. And we just have to, just keep working with each game, each practice, getting better, getting better, getting better at the small things. So when it's time to, try to make that run in the playoffs, we're ready.
Hey, Coach, you guys, we had Meridian on, I guess, Wednesday night or last week. I can't remember. So you guys got, obviously, y'all are top 5 consensus, top 3, number 3 ranked in the state, according to our great Mississippi Play Sports rankings. Where do you guys see yourself in the next week or so? I know you guys are hit in a crash course collision headed to Meridian. Can you talk about that game? I know the cliche thing is we take it one game at a time, Coach, but I know y'all looking forward to that January 9th game against the number 1 ranked team in the state.
That is true. When I got that schedule, it was one I put a star by. But, of course, we're not overlooking the 3 or 4 games that we had before that. But like, I love playing teams that I know are going to challenge us, and they're the number 1 team in the state. We're trying to make a name for ourselves, so it's going to be a big time game for us to go out there and play, and it's a test just to kind of see where we really are, and then what adjustments we need to make going forward. So I expect it to be a good game. I expect it to be a fun, high energy game, and I'm really, really, really looking forward to playing it.
Well, I just got excited because I looked at the schedule, and so I'm gonna throw just a little bit of spice in this thing right here, just a little bit, Coach. I got to do it because Kennedy has excited me. So I got something. Tuesday, you're gonna have your hands full on Tuesday, because I'm gonna tell you about a girl. Her name is Maisha Scott from Provine.
Yes.
She just had 26 and 16. And then the week before that, she had another double-double. I called the game. I hate that I won't be able to call y'all game. What you gonna do about Maisha Scott, Ms. Ransom? Now, let me ask you that.
I played against Maisha before. That's my friend. I know how Maisha play.
I like he said, that's my friend. Well, I'm gonna tell you this. On that court, do you have friends on the court? Is she gonna be your friend when y'all play?
No, I'm not worried though.
You ain't worried, okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you, boy, that's gonna be, I can't wait. Coach Brown, you make sure I won't be like, I'm gonna be in Callaway, y'all, because y'all gonna be playing at Kersey. Please send me those stats. I need that game because I gotta talk about that game right there just a little bit.
I got you. I'll send them to you.
No, we're excited. Real quick, and before we, close you guys out, and then we'll just talk about a few more things. Man, first of all, I want to say just thank you guys for coming on again. Kennedy and Aaliyah, can you guys win? What's the chance of y'all winning the gold ball? Is this y'all year? Can y'all get it done?
Yes, we can win the gold ball this year.
I really feel like this is our year. We've been waiting for this for a long time, so.
Well, I tell you, I'm excited about your team. Like I said, Jemiah Cotton, I love her as well. I think she's a underrated point guard. I really, I hope I pronounced it right. Jacelyn Rush, loved her. Just, man, I wrote some things about her. Catherine Delaney. And then you had some girls off the bench. Number 21. Jada.
Jada.
It's Jada's.
Jada. Can you help me out here? Being an announcer, I wonder what's going on with parents and the spelling of their name. Because Jada, to me, would be Jaydua. I could probably see Jadea or Jada or Jayda. Why all of a sudden, how did we get the I in there?
Well, they didn't have hook on, when you grew up, they didn't have hooked on phonics. So now they got a new thing that helps you pronunciate some of these new words. You 2 years removed from being a senior citizen. So if you need me to, I should have got you that for Christmas. If I'd have known you were going to be doing all these JPS games, I would have got you a hooked on phonics so you can help pronunciate some of these words, Judea,
Help me with
Judea, and all that stuff.
yeah. Help me with another name. Kushling Kaur.
Kushling.
I got that right. What's the last name?
Kaur.
Carr. Okay.
Yeah.
Now see, I can deal with her just a taste because she's now. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is she a foreigner? Is she from?
No, she's from the United States.
Oh, is she? Because she looked like okay. All right. Well, I can deal with that name right. I look at Kennedy like, man, what's wrong with? They looking like me like, what's wrong with this dude? And Aaliyah's like, got her hand like, oh my God, did he just say that? Well, listen, we have enjoyed having you guys. What we're going to do, and we don't go nowhere. We're going to talk about just a few other things. And I mean, you can go if you like. Eddie, do you have anything else for them?
I did just have one quick question. Coach Brown, I know a lot of times.
What determines a quick question? I'm just curious. How long is that?
5 seconds or less.
Okay, cool. All right, go ahead.
Hey, Coach Brown, I know you get, as a head coach, you get all of the flack when the games are bad, and a lot of times on the wins, the credit goes to the players a lot of times. But talk about your staff, Coach, your assistant coaches and people other than you that may be on your staff that kind of help you guys to be one of the top premier teams in the state.
I have 2 assistant coaches, and they do a really, really good job. One is Elizabeth Brooks. She was there at Madison Central when I got there. She's a phenomenal coach. She does a great job with building relationship with the kids. She does a good job of helping with the X's and O's. She's just great. She played at Mississippi College. She's, standout player there. And, she's younger than I am, so she can get on the court and demonstrate some of this stuff that, we try to show them. Last year we brought in Damian Davis. He does a great job. He's so helpful with motivating the girls. He's what I call my stretchologist. Anytime the girls need stretching, he gets them stretched and get them loose. And, and I like him because he's not, he gets in their butt when they need, pushing, and, he'll get in and chew them out a little bit and get them going. So, we just have a really good dynamic. He helps with the X's and O's. So, we just have a good dynamic and work very well together.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, that's all I had. I don't know, Cordez or Evie, if you guys had any other questions. We, like Coach Evie say, we're wrapping it up, man. You guys have been tremendous tonight. We've really enjoyed you, Kennedy Ransom. You've been a joy. Aaliyah Mosley, you guys did a tremendous job. So that's all the questions I think we have for you guys.
Well, I would just tell you this. I gotta get, and there's no, I enjoyed you too, Aaliyah, real a lot, but I just really gotta get Kennedy back on here with somebody to go one-on-one with, because her swag is off the chain. You have made me laugh here today. Hey, let me ask you this, Kenny. Oh, yes. I'm gonna do a love and basketball segment. Can I bring you and Jalen on?
Sure, why not?
Cool. All right. Has he ever dunked on you?
No.
Oh, he's taking it easy. Okay, cool. He's taking it easy because he can dunk on you. So now you ain't gonna sit here and try to tell me he can't dunk on you.
I know he can dunk, but he ain't dunked on me.
Oh man, I can't. I'm so excited to see y'all play in the morning. I'm gonna be calling y'all games in the morning. Yeah. I'm gonna be like Aaliyah Mosley for three ball corner pocket. I mean, I'm so excited to see y'all coach tomorrow. I got a whole new respect for y'all. I just want to make it clear because AP is on here from Meridian. She said on the chat, she said Kennedy is what'd she say? Let me see what she said. Kennedy's so funny. And so I can't wait to see, man. I can't wait for y'all to see y'all play. Man, y'all gonna be, oh man, I hope I can be at the game. I mean, coach, I just hope I can be at the game. I would love to just be able to sit right behind y'all bench and watch you guys play. But I've enjoyed you. We want to give you, we have this thing what we call the last geek. And if y'all would just bear with me, I want to talk about two things. I have to talk about two teams or this JPS tournament real quick, but I want y'all to stay on and just bear with us on this, and because I want you guys to have what I call the last geek. So that's 30 seconds to a minute to say anything that you like to say, whether it's a shout out to your mom, shout out to your grandmama, your boyfriend, your dog, your cat, anything like that. So y'all got a little time. Let us go through this little piece of it, and then we'll let y'all end the show with that. But with Eddie and Corderis, real quick, I got a chance to see, as you know, JPS just opened back up, and a couple teams I want to talk about, or one team in particular, Lanier Bulldog, Lady Bulldogs. They are a 4A team, and they have some players. Did we talk about that on Wednesday, Eddie, or not?
Not really. Not really.
Yeah, Lanier has some players. Couple kids I want to talk about. Maisha Brown, she can really play, can really score the basketball. Deborah Sanders is the point guard over there. She's really good. And I'm gonna tell you this. I was looking on the schedule to see if Madison Central played them, because I seen there is a big girl over at Lanier, and she is the real deal. She did an up and under move the other day that jumped me I almost jumped out my seat. And her name is Jamia Smith. I don't know if y'all gonna play Lanier this year, coach, but if you do, she gonna give Kennedy. She gonna wear Kennedy out on the ends. Oh, I'm sorry, Kennedy, you still here? But anyway, she gonna give Kennedy. Them Lanier girls, they got some. Her and Jaquiria Bibbs, they got some stuff over there on the inside for Lanier. I really enjoyed watching them play. And then I talked about another young lady that you guys will play on Tuesday, and I can't wait to see that. Maisha Scott is having a phenomenal start to the season, not only averaging a double-double, but a high double-double. And so I can't wait to see, hear about her and Kennedy, battling there. And then Provine, they have a couple other good players. They got a girl, Woodard, I think is the point guard. I think her name is Woodard. Let me look. I have it right here. Left-handed, pretty good player from Provine. And so I wanted to kind of just talk a little bit about the few JPS schools. I saw Callaway. They played. Young lady I want to mention there is Tanasia Jackson. I call her Tenacity because she's a flat out goon. She's everybody. To me, everybody needs a Tanasia Jackson on their team. And the one girl is Chastity Woodard. You know Chastity, Eddie. I know you know a little bit of everybody. So talk to me, Eddie, a little bit about any JPS schools that you saw, and then Court, finish up with any North teams that you want to just mention, any players before we close here in the next few minutes.
Yeah, I do. You mentioned Maisha, and Maisha was at Lanier and transferred to Ridgeland, and she played at Ridgeland, and then now she transferred back to Jonas James. So I know that was a really good pickup for her. It was good to get her back because she seems to be the heartbeat for Lanier, the little point guard, Maisha. So I was really pleased to see her get off to a really good start. And Jamia actually, they were doing a benefit for Omar Carter, who passed away this year because of cancer last year. And Jamia actually, I was at the game, and I think it was like the last play of the game, she actually had a ankle injury. And so I don't even think, like, when I saw her last year, she was really in shape, like basketball shape, coming back from the injury. But you can tell Jamia, since she's been starting as a ninth grader, has been one of the best post presence. Just if she can stay healthy, I think she's got a pretty good career at basketball there. Also, too, EV, Amari Quick from Jim Hill, I think is having a really, really good start to the season. Amari is, I tell you what, Quick is the right last name for her, because she is cat quick and she can score in bunches too. So
and that's who y'all got to deal with tomorrow, Madison Central. Amari Quick. She going to cross you over, Aaliyah. I can't wait. And when she does it, I'm going to be like, Amari Quick, I cross you. I lay you. I'm going to be saying that tomorrow. That's what I'm going to be saying right there. I'm going to say that when you do it too. When you shoot the three, I got this thing I do. I kind of talk in first place person. I'm going to be like, Alea Mosley, catches the ball on the wing. I cross you, and then when you hit the three, I'm gonna say I tray you. So I'm gonna give you some love too. Same thing with you, Kennedy. Oh boy, Kennedy, I can't wait to talk about you tomorrow, but that's a whole nother story. You become automatically one of my favorite players right now. But yeah, quick is good. You're right, Eddie. And they got another girl, the big girl, Linnell Campbell. 6'2". She gonna be in there tomorrow too. I wish I had her number. I'd be texting her. I'd be like, go at Kennedy Ransom Head, because I just gotta start texting big girls and say, just an all-out go at Kennedy Ransom, so she can remember y'all, because she ain't remember nobody else.
Hey, Coach. Leave Kennedy alone, man. Let's go to Cordarius. Cordarius, let's talk about these tournaments that's coming up. I know there's some good tournaments up north, man. I'm trying to get up to that DeSoto Central deal up there, man. Talk about some of the games that we got coming up, man. Some good ones.
Well, tomorrow you got some big games. You got Tupelo versus Home of County Central. That'll be a good matchup. Then you got Tishomingo. They're going through a gauntlet for these next 2 days. They're gonna play DeSoto Central. Then they're gonna turn around and play Choctaw Central. So I'm excited to see that. I think Tishomingo one of the most well-coached teams up here. So it's gonna be them teams. I hope they don't go back and be like, okay, this Tishomingo, because Tishomingo is a totally different team this year. They've been building that program for the last 3 years with Coach Brian Middleton. He's doing a great job. So I'm excited to see what happens tomorrow. DeSoto Central got a really good coach staff with Coach Petty. She was at Starkville, I think, a couple years ago, and now she's at DeSoto Central. So she's doing a good job with their program. So I'm excited to see them games. So
hey,
you got DeMar Nunley. I'm sorry, Eddie. I know I said last week that my girl Juicy, having an impressive year. Mara Nunley having an impressive year too. So I wanted to shout her out as well from Tishomingo County. She leading that team. That's why they're so good.
She didn't have, well, I ain't gonna even go there, Eddie, because Eddie, Lord, I don't even know what Eddie be thinking about having Mari Nunley, who was when I first saw her, she could flat out go, and Eddie didn't even have her in her top 20 ranking. So
hey, look, she in the rankings, man. We know that. Look, also too, Tishomingo got the post player, man. I know we talk about them. They just got a good team. I predicted Tishomingo to win 4A state championship this year. I think they're the best team in 4A. I mean, that's like you said, Middleton. I don't know him, but man, he's a hell of a coach, and he's doing a great job with that team up there. So
Madison Bennett, she lead the charge on defense on that team. Gonna be a scary team 4A. I know Madison Central, y'all don't get the luxury of play them, but they're gonna be hell in 4A. I'm sorry to say.
And let's talk about your boy Joe Kelly, man. He kind of went at me a little bit on social media today about Horn Lake. Horn Lake is a one-loss team, and him and I kind of went back and forth. So let's talk about them up north, man. I think just like EV, who just, I think EV is biased. I think Joe Kelly's being biased because he's got a relationship with some of the kids up there in North Mississippi. I like it. Huh?
How am I biased? I don't even have an AU.
Hold on, Cordarius. Cordarius. He always talk about us. Everybody's a little biased. I mean, everybody. See, he wants to be the unbiased person. Everybody.
You know what? You hate that.
On your show that everybody's biased, man. Get out of here with that garbage, man.
Hey, my boy been on that. Ended up born. She's a great player. 2023 class 2023 from Horn Lake. Great player, next level player. She's a star. She's gonna be one of the best players in the North for the next couple of years, no doubt. Horn Lake, we go back and forth a lot about Horn Lake, and I don't want to get into the strength of schedule, but you got to throw it out there when you mention, what the teams that you have in there. I looked at it today. Maybe one team, you could have put them in for.
Yeah, and that's my thing. So for me, like, I give more credibility to somebody who don't have, like, so if Cordarius called me and say, hey, Eddie, I think Harrison Central should be in there because, they got yada, yada, yada. But I just think that it looks biased when you got relationship or ties to a team. And it's one of the things where with Joe, it's debatable if they better than Starkville.
Yeah.
I think Starkville's
Yeah.
better. You know, I mean, I just think Starkville's got a better. And I know the one team without you saying who probably you could take out, but anyway, Evie, he licking at his chops. Come on, man, come on back in so we can let the Madison people go, man. I know we got to end this show. Come on, what you got?
I ain't got nothing, man. I can't believe you let bias come out your mouth. I mean, like, to be honest, some things people shouldn't even be saying, and that's a word that you should never use ever. But anyway, as we get ready to close today, we're excited. Again, so happy we had visitors here, and sometimes you know how it is. Your mama said, "Boy, we got guests coming over, and we didn't have the Madison Girl, so we don't want to just show y'all everything, you know." And so we appreciate you guys. Why don't you give us your what we call the last geek here? You have 30 seconds to a minute to say whatever you want to say, as long as you don't cuss about anything. So we'll start with you, Kennedy, and then we'll go to you, Ms. Mosley, and then we'll go to you, Coach Brown, and then Cordarius, and then Eddie, and then I'll close us, and then we'll be done.
Thanks for having me. I enjoyed the show and everyone's company.
Okay.
Just thank y'all for having me, and you know, this was fun.
Oh, wait. I want to shout out my Lady Jacks team. Love y'all.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for having us. I've watched the show a few times, so I appreciate what you guys are doing for basketball in the state of Mississippi. And like Ken and Lee, I got to shout out my girls. We talked about the quarter team, but I have some really good young up and coming players. So just kind of watch out for those kids too, because it's a lot of talent, there after the core of that team. Shout out to my parents because I know they're watching. And I guess that's it.
Cordarius.
I'm Nick. I'm sorry. Shout out to just Mississippi girls basketball in the whole. I think it's on the rise. I'm tired of people looking down on this state saying, this and that. Girls basketball definitely a serious thing here, and we're gonna continue to build that up with high school and AAU. And shout out to all my, DC bus girls doing good this year. I got 2 girls that need to get finna wait on they sign in, and then we'll be done. That'll be 14 girls in total in that 2021 class. So shout out to all. Shout out to y'all too, Eddie, Evie. I don't say much.
Hey, I want to shout out Savannah Haley, who's having a tremendous year at Centralville Academy, just putting up gaudy numbers. Shout out to you and your amazing season. Keep it going, Savannah. Also, MK Van Cannon from Walnut. She's a special 2023 dynamic player and one of the better shooters we have in the state. We're glad that you're back from your injury. Hope that you have a successful year. Stay safe. I can't wait to have you back on the circuit this year. I know you're going to do great things. And also Audrey Houston. I know Oxford took some tough losses the past couple of weeks to some academy schools and stuff, and she was hurt and didn't play. And so I have to keep EV afloat on everything because he doesn't know certain things like that. So a couple of those losses Oxford took was without Audrey Houston. So Audrey get well. Other than that, man, Kennedy and Leah and Coach Brown, we really appreciate you guys coming on the show on such a short notice. I'm looking forward to you guys finishing out this year, potentially chasing that gold ball. And good luck to you guys the rest of the way. And y'all doing some really good things. And y'all represent y'all school, y'all families, and everything well. I'm sure EV gonna say, "Get out of the geek." That's his little GOG cartoon character type deal that he says whenever we give compliments. I assume he wants me and Cordarius to be rude to the guests and not say good things. But but anyway, you girls know how I feel about y'all. I think y'all special people above all things. And we hope that y'all continue on. My time is up. I really don't care. But I'm gonna let y'all go and be hospitable and let the EV Geeker close us out.
My babies. Oh, you were my babies. Get out of here. Hey, but anyway, Jada Morris. You know what? I'm looking at the one thing. Somehow I had I can see this now. JAYDA. So I apologize. I should have, the one I saw, somebody had an IA in there, and so that kind of threw me. So now I got one. But anyway,
Hey,
number 20.
Aaliyah Mosley, he can't hear or see. He can't see or hear.
Number 21 can release that thing. She got, I mean, she don't shoot as good as me, but she right there. I mean, like she can knock it. She might. I mean, have y'all had some shooting contests, Aaliyah? Can she? I mean, she right there now. She can shoot that.
Okay.
Yeah, she ain't shy in shooting it either. So I definitely want to shout her out. But anyway, thank you guys for coming on. And for all those of you, as we continue to finish up this holiday season, as we said on the show, you know, Christmas has passed, but I always got to throw in my main man, Jesus. He's the reason for the season. And so as we get ready to close, thank our sponsor, Eros Hydroxyl Blaster, my title sponsor, Tatum and Wade Law Firm, located at 124 East Meade Street, right here in Jackson, Mississippi. They're serious lawyers who get serious results. I say that they are, if you want to get paid, you need to go to Tatum and Wade. So for Tamika Brown, for Aaliyah Mosley, for Kennedy Ransom, for Cordarius Jones, and for the ball-headed one, the easy one, Eddie Young, I'm Coach EV, aka EV the Geeker, saying good evening and